Good morning, Rebels, and happy Thursday. I wanted to take this opportunity to talk with you a little bit about our upcoming visit from WASC. So on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of this upcoming week, we will be visited by our WASC committee. This is the group that comes to validate all the work and all the great things that we're doing here at Savanna. They're the ones that validate that diploma you receive when you're seniors. With that said, we've been given a lot of attention over the last few years, really, but the last few weeks, because of all the great things you've been doing. I want to take a few minutes to explain a little bit deeper just how special our school is. A few years ago, the Savanna staff was asked the question, what do we want our students to leave Savanna being able to do? What knowledge and skills do we want them to possess? Well, to this simple question came the development of our student learning capacities. Simply put, our student learning capacities, also known as our SLCs, are skills or habits we believe you will need to be college and career ready. Let me be clear, content is equally important, but also important are the skills and habits needed for the real world. Let's review for a moment our SLCs. Our first student learning capacity is for our students to be critical thinkers and inquirers. This means students can reason effectively. They can use inductive thinking skills like determining cause and effect or making inferences. They can use skills to evaluate, like judging credibility of a source, detecting bias, stereotypes, or cliches, being able to classify data. We also want our students to be creative thinkers, generating multiple ideas, different type of ideas, and unique ideas. We also want you to be problem solvers, identifying general problems, drawing conclusions, or even applying the solution. Another learning capacity is for our students to be academically and personally accountable. This is where you manage your goals and times. You can work independently. You can adapt to change. You can be flexible. You can manage projects. You can produce results, multitask, and you can also guide and lead others. And of course, you're responsible to yourself and to others. Our third student learning capacity is for students to be effective communicators and collaborators. This means that they can communicate clearly. They can articulate their thoughts and ideas effectively using oral and written and nonverbal communication skills in a variety of forms and contexts. We also want them to be collaborators where they can work effectively with others. You can exercise flexibility and willingness to be helpful in making necessary compromises to accomplish a goal, and you can share responsibility for collaborative work. Another capacity, we want our students to be globally aware and culturally competent. This means they have knowledge of world regions, of world cultures, they have knowledge of global and international issues and challenges. We also want you to be culturally competent, which means you value diversity. You have capacity for self-assessment. You can see how his or her own actions can affect people from other cultures. Our last student learning capacity is that you're a digital age learner. We want you to be able to apply technology effectively, to use it as a tool to research, organize, evaluate, and communicate information, to appropriately access, manage, evaluate, and create information to successfully function in a knowledge economy. These are our learning capacities. Now, why do I, along with our staff, make a big deal about our student learning capacities, or these skills or habits? Well, let me explain. In 2013, there was a national survey of business leaders, and they made some key findings. Did you know that nearly all employers surveyed, about 93%, say that the capacity to think critically, communicate clearly, and solve complex problems is more important than an undergraduate major? This links with our Student Learning Capacity 1, which is a critical thinker and inquirer, and Student Learning Capacity 3, to be an effective communicator and collaborator. Even more, 95% say they prioritize hiring college graduates with skills that will help them contribute to an innovation in the workplace. This aligns to our Student Learning Capacity number 1, again, critical thinker and inquirer. Again, according to research, almost 95% of those surveyed also say that it is important that those they hire demonstrate ethical judgment and integrity, intercultural skills, and the capacity for continued learning. This aligns to our Student Learning Capacity number 2, which says students are academically and personally accountable. It also aligns to Student Learning Capacity 4, students are globally aware and culturally competent, and Student Learning Capacity number 1, students are critical thinkers and inquirers. Rebels, this is what makes Savanna special. This is why other educational leaders and state representatives visit our school. This is why we are a national P21 exemplar school. At the end of every capstone project that we call PTAs, you are expected to complete a SLC reflection form. This is expected in each and every course. This is not just an English course activity. It's this reflection that will help you connect your learning of content and skill development, again we call SLCs, to the real world we are preparing you for, and by real world we mean college and career. So hopefully now you have a greater understanding about what makes Savanna so special. When we talk about being college and career ready with purpose, we mean it. We want you to leave our schools with the skills that I just talked about, ready to accomplish anything you want, whether at college or career related. Rebels, I hope you have a great day. Know that I am very proud of all the great things that you do both in and out of the classrooms. I want you to remember how important it is that we keep this campus clean. I want you to remember how important it is that we're on time each and every day to every period. And please remember, of all, it's most important that you treat others with kindness and respect. Rebels, I hope you have a great day today.